Welcome back. And what do we do now, you phrase? The letter says that this is the second threat now. What do you mean second? Where was the first one? You phrase, we're here. Just the people I wanted to see. Did you find anything useful? Well, we had some leads here and there, and we've come up with an idea. We discovered that Sir Arthur was stolen by a woman who calls herself Crow or Blackbird. She seems to have a grudge against you. She left a threatening letter at the scene. Someone took it, but we retrieved it. What? There really was an initial threat? May I take a look? To the Steambird. Mosso's death 30 years ago is still on my mind. We know this. What do you remember, you phrase? Please take a look at this first. We received a second threat this morning. The sender seemed very agitated. Outrageously! It would seem that your paper hasn't a shred of remorse. Oh, I pulled a muscle. That's about it. Ow! Having not yet caught the attention of the authorities, I made good on my promise by dismembering Sir Arthur and burying him in a field. Buried with him are your paper's evil deeds from 30 years ago. Furthermore, I have spread the word. Treasure maps or clues to Dr. Mosso's base shall surely make the treasure hunters come flocking, no? Soon your misdeeds shall come to light alongside that bird's remains. Crow or Blackbird? Oh no, Sir Arthur. Sir Arthur shouldn't have to suffer. We never received the first letter. It's all Ballard's fault. I just received news that they're organizing treasure hunt in groups. They're probably after Dr. Mosso's base. But they're only going to find the dismembered Sir Arthur and the unspeakable things that the paper did, I guess. Agent Teleshard, I know that there, has a file on the case. But believe me, there are things that even you don't know. Do you know who sent the letter? If I were to guess, it would be Mello Lombroso, Dr. Mosso's granddaughter. Well, Lombroso rings a bell as a name. Granddaughter? So it's a relative coming back for revenge? And it would seem that Crow or Blackbird is a question from her. Question? Yeah, there's a question mark on the end there, Paimon, so... Everyone, time is of the essence right now. Regardless of the authenticity of what's written in those letters, the reputation of the paper will be tarnished if they are published. Will you please retrieve those things for us? In the meantime, I will contact Mello immediately. In that case, I have a request too. Euphraise, you know about the clues to Dr. Mosso's base, yes? You want that? I mean, I do know something, but I can't guarantee that it will help your cause. I can promise that I will tell you everything I know after this is over. It might answer some of your questions. Will that work? Sounds good to me. Any questions? I'm ready to go. Wait, Paimon has a question. There are 3 locations on the map, but where are we going first? If we don't have time, why don't we split up? Curve and I will go to one location, and Paimon and Twittical will go to another. Whoever finishes first will go to the last place. Seems like we don't have a choice. Another threatening letter. Right, so let's go to where we're meant to be going, which is down there. I was like, where? Over here? But that's not opened up yet. Yeah, let's go from here. Right, over there somewhere. Lovely. You alright? Good day, isn't it? I mean, it's a nice night for a walk. That's a reference, by the way. See if anybody knows it. We'll see. We'll see. Come on, Ballond. You can do it. Kevin, what are you doing here? Paimon, Twittical, are you here to look for Sir Arthur and the treasure? If Kevin knows, that means everyone knows. Well, I'm not here for treasures. I just want to send Sir Arthur back. Does your mother know? Yes, she came with me, but we split up. Where? Oh, it's going to be a domain, isn't it? Like right here. Oh, and I have to thank both of you. After you left the other day, I've thought about it for a long time. Then I went to look for my mum, and we talked about a lot of things. So you and your mum made up? Paimon was wondering why you were so polite today. Good for you. Let's look for Sir Arthur quick. I think it must have been hidden somewhere tricky. It usually doesn't take very long to find something. Woof, woof. This dog looks familiar. Twitka, isn't this Rocher's puppy? I mean, all dogs look the same in this game. What do you mean game? Anyway, Rocher. My mother gave me this dog, and I called it Bolland. I mean, that's actually my father's name, and I was mad at him at the time. I got into a fight with my mum previously, and I wound up venting my anger on the dog and kicking him out. Aww. Good thing I found him again today, huh? Wait, so are you Bolland or Lombroso? Both. Both. The puppy wags its tail excitedly as if saying, I don't understand. Whatever the case, we just need to find Sir Arthur as soon as possible. We're at the location marked on the map, but where could that bird be? Over there, in that hole, down there. You can see it, it's right there, next to the mint. If only whoever hid it had left something behind. Bolland has an amazing nose, and can find things quickly after sniffing. Right, Twitka, look into your bag to see if there's anything we can use. Well, the second letter, surely. That would have a scent on it, wouldn't it? The puppy looks at you as if waiting for something. Like, where's the second letter? Unsealed. Yeah, another threatening letter, that one. Woof woof, there we go, over near the mint. Wow, you got it! Bolland must have found something. The puppy wags its tail excitedly as if saying, it's in there! It's in the hole? But the entrance is too small, how do we get in? You can do it, Paimon. Wait, is it not a domain entrance? Or going to be a domain entrance? Just felt like it would be. You know, it has that swirly wind thing going on. I can do it. Let me do it. I don't want her pretty clothes to get dirty. Aw, Paimon can't let you do that. What if there's something scary inside? I'm a problem kid, so I'm not scared of anything. Just wait, I'll be right out. Kevin swiftly climbs into the hole and drags out a chest just as quickly. I found it! It really is inside. Where? Where's this chest? You've changed a lot, Kevin. You're helping other people with their problems. Thank you. Let's see what's inside the chest. Let's... Oh, it's just a common chest.
All unclaimed articles should be turned in. So, neither of us saw anything here, right?
Well, no, that's the point of the quest. Precisely. Have you not been paying attention? Dear, oh dear. Anyway, we got a wing. Right, so let's head on further down there. Obviously, we'll fast travel, you know. Ooh, something swirly going on here. We'll take that as a lift. Thank you. Gets me over that hill quicker, you see. Oh, hello. There's some familiar faces here. Oh no, someone got here before us. And they're fighting over the treasure. Stop it. I said, stop it. Stop. I surrender. Well, what a coincidence. Are you here for the treasures too? Why are you all here? Don't you believe me? Falberry, we're here to look for Sir Arthur. Are you here for the treasures? I knew this dirty dog would come for the treasure if he heard about the news, and I got him. Agents, may I have the chest? I'm looking for Sir Arthur, and if I can return it to the newspaper, I might just be able to get a job. Oh no. Everyone's turning up. Then I can make some money and buy my wife's things back. How pathetic. Rocher, you really think that's why your wife left you, huh? She left because you're such a pushover. Stand up for yourself like you did just now, and she might look at you differently. Really? Of course. Now be brave and let them have the treasure, or your wife won't be with you even in your next life. Don't say that. Take it easy. They're nice people. If you help them, they'll pay you back. In that case, thank you. And please take these. Who are you saying that to? Like, what? How do we get? Another chest? Oh, I see why you were looking over there then. It's Sir Arthur's body. Ah, so cruel. And is there anything else? Then it should be in the final place. Ballond, come on. We're heading to the next place. Woof, woof. Yes, indeed. Lombroso, where did you run off to? I thought you didn't need me anymore. The puppy wags its tail excitedly, saying, how's that possible? Lombroso, Mr. Rocher, you mistaken his name as Ballond. What? It wasn't for Lombroso's companionship, I wouldn't have made it this far. How could I be mistaken? Not like I can be mistaken either. What's going on here? Hey, can't he belong to you both, seeing as even I've had more than one home? Well, that makes sense. Kevin accidentally drove the puppy away before, right? Maybe that's when he met Rocher and then they began roaming around together. Is that really what happened? Could be. Puppy wags its tail excitedly as if saying, that's right. Valberry, you've got some nerve. That dog wouldn't forget its two owners, and as for you, you betrayed your own boss twice. You scheming dog. I'm going to hand you over to... Yep, I'm taking you down with me. Ah, farewell, friends. Come visit me in the fortress of Meripede someday. What? Who the heck wants to go visit you there? Well, never mind. Forget about them. We need to hurry up and get to the last place. Oh, Kevin and Rocher. Are you going to fight for the puppy? No way. I was the one who really messed up. Ballond can stay wherever he wants from now on. Aw, Kevin. I'm fine with that too. Lombroso supported me when I was at my worst. I'll support him too. Let's get going then. Yes, we don't want anyone to beat us to it. Alright, so where are we going then? We got most of Sir Arthur at this point. We want this one. From the looks of it, not the one below us. Oh, we'll have that, thank you very much. Boop. The Fatui, of course. It always comes back to the Fatui somehow. Down we go. I'll say it again. Get out of my way, I'm going to see Ballond. We're all co-workers here, there's no need to get rough. Oh, I'd like to see how good you are now that you've become a mother, Madeline. Wait, she was a Fatui? Don't underestimate mothers. Curve, let's go.
Let's begin.
Over here!
They're done.
Yes, this is it.
Player mode switched off. Paimon, Tritica, you came, and you brought Rocher and Kevin. Looks like you're doing well, but we've encountered a hiccup. Madame Madeline and Kevin's father are both members of the Fatui. I'm sorry that we hid it from you before. We just want to live a peaceful life. Whoa. Fatui? Kevin, did you know about this? Yeah, it turns out that Papa wasn't avoiding being at home. He was actually working. I was wrong about him. And this was to be his father's last assignment. He was ordered to find Dr. Mosso's base. Once he was done, he would be able to retire early. But I had a bad feeling after you came. I wanted him to give up this mission. Wait, find the base, retire early? Kevin's father is... the peripheral personnel Bollard. That's the one. I really just found out that Bollard... the whistle again. That Bollard was a code name. He's actually Kevin's father, Mr. Ballonde. I saw a letter before between Mama and another man signed with the name Bollard. I didn't realize it was my father. No wonder it was so lovey-dovey. I'm glad it wasn't Rocher. I thought it was going that way, to be honest. Everyone's relationships are complicated enough without a twist like that. So where is Ballonde now? He removed some objects from the chest when the Fatui stopped us just before. There he goes! Detected a figure running away in the distance. Ah, it's Papa. He's fleeing. Come on, hurry! Don't let him get away! Let's go. Come back here! Why have you stopped dead? Okay. That was weird. It's like he got caught on the step. don't stop chasing me. Why are you always going after me? You want to know why you're always running away? Just stop it, Malone. Madeline, why? I did my homework. You're on a mission for a certain Lord Harbinger, aren't you? And it's a dangerous one, too. A Harbinger? Which one? I don't know, but that's something we can butt in on. We're just peripheral personnel. Even so, I'm one of the better ones. Someone stole a letter, but left the envelope at the scene. Anyway, I promise I'll be back. This is the last time. Things could get quite hairy with a Harbinger involved. You don't support my actions either, then. You've done enough, Ballon. Give the stuff to the agents and come back to us. We can move to a place where no one knows us. Triple dot. Mr. Ballon, stop hesitating and make up your mind. Make up my mind. All right, Wait, who are you? Stop changing the topic, Ballon. You don't have any options left. We're not your buddies, you hear? Fine. I want to be with my family too. I hope I'm making the right choice. Here's Sir Arthur's head. Great, Father's back and Sir Arthur is complete. Is there anything else? You mean the treasure? Yes, I came for that, but the head was the only thing in the chest. Maybe the treasure's elsewhere. Impossible. We looked for it and we didn't find any treasure at the other 2 locations either. No, that's not right. The newspaper... Maybe Mello was just bluffing? And she didn't actually put any treasure in the chests? Wait, Mello, who's that? Mello Lombroso? Wait, Lombroso? Wait, Rochette, your dog is called Lombroso too. Well, actually, Mello Lombroso is my wife. I took her last name too, but she kicked me out, so I was too embarrassed to continue using it. But I miss her a lot, so I named my dog after her. Huh? Maybe it's not my place to butt in, but as a woman, I'm pretty sure she would not find this flattering. But Kevin used your husband's name. I was a problem child. What's wrong with a problem child using a problematic name? Oh, I see. So you're problematic too, Mr. Problem. Just to double check, is your wife, Mello Lombroso, Dr. Mosso's granddaughter? That's right. I mentioned my wife came from a rich family, right? That's the Mosso family. What's wrong? All right, now the relationships here are a mess. Yeah, it's getting really all over the place. What the? Now, I hope you're prepared to hear this. Your wife might be the culprit behind this case. Impossible. She is pure, elegant, and educated. I swear, it's not possible. But all our current leads point to her. I don't believe it. I'm certain you're wrong. She could never, ever be the culprit. I think Euphraise already contacted your wife. We're going back to the paper now. Do you want to come with us? No, there's absolutely no need, because she's not a criminal. Alright, looks like you've got another problem. I think you'll find answers one day, though, and then you can be called Mr. Answers. Mr. Answers? Anyway, Kevin, we need to go back and get ready to move. Okay, Dad. Farewell, everyone. I will miss you. This is getting crazy. I like it. So something like, it's a crazy story. It's cool. Oh, I lost my thing from before. I mean, it makes sense. It's been a while, you know. Oh, well. Alright, back to the steamboat and let's see what's going on over here. Maybe we'll have everything back in place at long last. I mean, we've got the pieces for Sir Arthur at this point, so... Talk to the editor-in-chief. Sorry. We were overthinking things. Euphraise. So there she is. We've brought Sir Arthur back, and in one piece, too. Thanks a million. I'll make sure Sir Arthur is taken care of. Also, there's something else. See, what did Paimon say? She won't be so worried about Sir Arthur that it would affect her appetite. Oh, so we only found Sir Arthur. Not that anyone got to the treasure ahead of us either. How can this be? So I suspect that Madame Mello might have been bluffing and trying to intimidate you. So that you'd reveal. Oh, anyway. Let me introduce this lady. This is Dr. Mosso's granddaughter, Madame Mello Lombroso. She only returned last night from her hometown to the court of Fontaine, so she can't be the culprit. Oh, what? Good day. In any case, these agents and I are acquainted. I met them when I arrived at the court of Fontaine last night. What? Upon hearing about my husband's recent hardships and how he was loitering around the paper's office, I was worried he'd stir up trouble, so I thought I'd come over. And that's when I happened upon them discussing something. Yes, I asked someone to verify her itinerary. There's no issues there. What? But I thought she was... what? So if it isn't her, who the heck is the culprit? Apologies for the disruption. Today, upon hearing the news, I came here to clarify that my family never lodged any complaints with the paper about what happened 30 years ago. It was my grandfather's belief that the paper did a good job as well. Thanks for yours and your family's trust. Since everything has been cleared up, I shan't stay any longer. Hope the steambird gets to the bottom of this quickly, regardless. Wait, madam, there's something else I must ask you. Do you know the address of Dr. Mosso's research base? Wait, so you've got the address? Whoa, with the lights, game! Wait, so you've got the address, Madame Mello? It is you who's in trouble, miss. I would like to help, but I don't know where my grandfather's research base is. Where? Madam, surely the good doctor must have mentioned it. I don't understand. If my grandfather had told me something, how could I not know? It's possible you weren't aware of some things. Allow me to explain what happened with the doctor. Now I intend to be totally transparent with you all. Some believe that 30 years ago it was the paper's special reporting that stirred up public opinion, which led to his demise. But the truth is, those articles were not initiated by the paper, but by Dr. Mosso himself. What? What? Grandfather himself? He never mentioned this. Yep, files didn't include this either. Because the deal was off the books. The editor-in-chief back then, my mentor, thought that Dr. Mosso's lie detector had the potential to become a hot story. Being the first one to store things up would help the paper gain the most influence and recognition. But for my grandfather, how would it benefit him? Yeah, he ended up being tried and had a duel. So... What? Your grandfather's research had hit a bottleneck. He had no more data to feed the lie detector to study, but he needed to go further, so... He planned to get the data from public opinion? Oh dear. I wonder if it essentially backfired on him as a result of that. He didn't expect the trial, etc. Right, in a way, the realm of public opinion is like a massive hub for spreading lies. Countless people are churning out true, false, accurate, and inaccurate data every day. Dr. Mosso thought this lesson on dynamic evolution could surely guide his machine to another level of comprehension, and in separating truth from fiction. It would eventually surpass the machine's rules. So, he did it for Curve. However, the doctor and my mentor both underestimated the destructiveness of public opinion, and they lost control. As for what happened next, you know the story. But the key evidence that led to Dr. Mosso's conviction was actually exposed by the paper. Right? That evidence was actually provided by your grandfather. He provided evidence that criminalized himself. How could that be possible? I'm sorry, my mentor didn't tell me why Dr. Mosso would do this. But it's the truth. Sorry, Editor-in-Chief Euphraise. I might need to seek confirmation from Curve regarding your words. Biological indicators detected to be normal, Editor-in-Chief. Euphraise is telling the truth. Yeah, but are you, Curve? Relevant information retrieved. The Mosso protocols within my core have been modified hundreds of times. The log indicates that these modifications were made by Dr. Mosso. The Mosso protocols were changed 100 times? So that means the doctor really manipulated the test results. So why would he give evidence of this to the paper? He planned to confess? But then he requested a duel, didn't he? Hyman can't make heads or tails of this. It makes no sense. Yeah, it's contradictory all over the place. He really lied to the public. Why? The data on this question is unresolved. My lie learning module cannot provide an answer. Oh great, now Curve's become a problem robot. Dr. Mosso's research base holds the answer. I can feel it. We must find it. Euphraise, you said that Madame Mello had the clues to the base, yes? On the eve of the duel, Dr. Mosso mentioned in a message through my mentor that he would leave the base's location with his beloved granddaughter. He left it to me? Yes, please try to recall. Did the doctor mention anything to you before he left? I was so young then. Father wouldn't let me go to the duelist ring to see my grandfather, but the last time I saw him was the day he was detained. It was very early. So, did he give you anything? All I remember is that once the duel had finished, my father bought a piece of jewelry that had been cleaned. He said that my grandfather left it to me. Perhaps the jewelry could be connected to the base? I'm sorry to ask, but could we have a look at it? I wouldn't have minded, but my good-for-nothing husband sold it off to pay a debt. Oh, God! Rocher! Ah! What? So Rocher gave it to... Don't worry. Is this it? I mean, yeah, we ended up with it, but still. Like Rocher, you could have caused us so many problems here. Old clockwork locket, who has been updated. How did you end up with this? This is a photo of me when I was little. My grandfather took it. Really, what a coincidence. Are there only photos of Madame Mello in there? According to my mentor, Dr. Mosso did leave some clues for you, Madame Mello. Let's take a look. Look, there's a line of text under the photo. Faded under the sunlight, shining under the sunlight. Faded under the sunlight, but shining under the sunlight. What is it? Does something like that really exist? Relevant information retrieved. The different ways in which lies can exist. Different ways in which lies can exist. My grandfather used to say that. How did you... Who are you? May I have the photo? Curve picks up the photo and raises it towards the sky. The sunlight shines through the photo and falls into Curve's eyes, as though passing through 30 years in time. Gradually, another image emerges. A map! The map leading to the research base. So that's how he hid it. I had no idea that we'd already found the base. Madame Mello, may we? There's no need to ask. Go. And I just noticed. This special friend of yours. Good to see you again, Curve. Oh. Greetings, miss. Thank you, Madame Mello. Here's your locket. Let's go now. But we haven't found the person who sent the threats. Don't worry, Paimon. I think you're right in that the criminal doesn't have any evidence, and it's just a bluff. So, go. Find what you're looking for. But who sent the... What? Was it Curve? What? Let's go to the base, which is... over here. Alright. Very well. Down there somewhere. Thought it'd be down there, but no. It's on the beach, apparently. Oh, go from underwater. Why didn't you just say from underwater? Rather than, like, go to the beach. Dear, oh dear. We'll get there eventually, don't you worry. Don't you worry. Alright, so down here, but how far down here? Why would you make your base underwater? I mean, I could have gone to this waypoint here. Fine. It's fine. No wonder no one knew where it was. Yeah, because it's submerged. Hello. We'll be having that. Oh. I don't know what that relates to. That feels unrelated. I have no idea. Guess we might find out in future what that was about. Okay, this looks like it's normal. Hello, you guys! There's a letter there. We're finally inside. Your home is huge, Curve. Home? Hurry up, we need to find the materials ASAP. I sure hope you left behind instructions on how to fix Curve, Dr. Mosso. So do I. Last time I didn't want Mello to have too many snacks, so I said, "You're gonna be fat if you keep eating." She cried and ran away. Then her mum taught me to say, "You still look great when you're plump." The next day she climbed up on me and said, "Grandpa, exercise, horse ride." How interesting. And this got me thinking, is the shortest distance between two people actually a curve? Oh, that's it. I'll name my lie detector Curve. That's an interesting way of getting the name out of that. Huh. The shortest point between two distance, of course, is a straight line in the opposite direction. Also a reference. We'll see if anybody knows that one. We shall see. We shall see. I've got to wait for my stamina at this point. Dun, 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 dun. What is with the music? It's very intense. I'm assuming they'll give us an update on that. Is this the secret letter between Dr. Mosso and Euphrase's predecessor? He seems to have mentioned something important. Triple dot. Dr. Mosso didn't forge anything other than the forged evidence, which he forged and gave to the newspaper so he'd take all the heat. He wanted everyone to focus on him and let it end there. He was trying to protect Curve. That seems to be the answer. Updating Lie Learning module. Running Lie Learning module. Warning, motherboard temperature increasing. Warning. Warning, core functionality down to 8%. Warning. Curve, what's wrong? They sure did get here fast. Guess they're cruising for a bruising. Oh no. Yeah, when did the Fatui get here? Yeah, good question. Get out of here. Go on.
Let's begin.
Shower me with praise. Let the world come alive. Be amazed. Come on. We can do it.
Let's get everything going here, may as well. You right over there, mate?
Get a little chilly.
You're done. Oh. Like, there's more Fatui around, I gathered that.
No backup, huh? Fine by me.
You got backup, what are you on about? That thing's shooting at me, isn't it? Yeah. Be careful of that. Shoot the Fatui! Shoot the Fatui! He's right there, look. It's turning towards me. Oh no. Take out the Fatui. Take out the Fatui.
This was well done.
Oh?
There we go. Blast. What's wrong? I have now taken over the cannon's control system. Curve, are you okay? That's great. Curve? Curve? Quick. Fire at the Fatui. Oh. Alright then. I want to move the camera so we can see better, but, you know. No music for this. Very strange. Boom. It's just oddly quiet without music. Are we done? We're done. Curses, you're not easy to deal with. No wonder the Fatui are so reluctant to face you. Jenk! Editor Jenk, why are you here? How do you know about this place? Huh. You were discussing the base's location so freely right in front of the paper's doors. It would have been rude of me not to take advantage of such generosity. Jenk, you eavesdropped. I was right all along. You're the culprit. The culprit, Agent Teleshard. Are you going to start cawing like a crow again? It's useless to try and deny it. You are right, indeed, I am the culprit. But I only wanted to help this moronic excuse for an agent to sort out the case. It's not like she can just write, "The guy called me a crow, so he must be the culprit," or something like that in the case file now, can she? Phew. Shush, shush, hush now. How about using your brain instead of your temper for once? Surely you must still have a number of questions regarding this case, such as my motives. Aren't you the least bit curious? You just wanted all of Kerr's research materials, didn't you? And the paper's alleged dirt on Mosso faking results from back then. Oh, looks like that question was far too easy. And as for the second question, I'm merely a low-level editor. How could little old me possibly be privy to such secrets at the paper? How should I know? Ah, you must have learned about it from Ballard. Bingo, it was Ballard who came knocking. That's when I realized the paper had made a serious error 30 years ago, causing the downfall of a genius scientist. More importantly, isn't it truly a lamentable loss that the scientist's legacy has been buried for so long? Shouldn't the paper apologize to the general public for this? What do you mean? Is exposing what happened really all you're after? Exposing? There's a much more suitable word. Judgment. People will pass judgment on the newspaper like they did Dr. Mosso. The paper must take responsibility for this. How can you make yourself sound so righteous like that with a straight face? But is it not the simple truth? I'm the hero who recently exposed the Confier's fraud. The righteous and valiant Jenk. That's how everyone should see me, no? No, you sanctimonious scoundrel. Careful, you're clipping with the camera there. When you blow your whistle. You just want to profit from all of this. If the public starts to denounce the paper, Editor-in-Chief Euphrates will be in trouble. You just want the top spot. Excellent, perfect. I must admit what you imagine isn't completely wrong. So allow me to fill in a few gaps for you. Why would you fill in the gaps? It's got that sort of like detective whodunit feeling to it, hasn't it? I've already made a deal with Ballard's supervisor. I find Dr. Mosso's inheritance for them, and they help me take over the Steambird. Plus, Ballard's supervisor serves a real VIP, a harbinger. Which harbinger? None of your business. With a harbinger's backing, Euphrates won't stand a chance and the Steambird will be mine. Jenk, you're just a squawking blackbird with a silver tongue. We won't let you get away with this. But you'll have to stay alive to do that. I'm so sorry. Can you not hear anything yet? Click, 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 click. An ominous sound is echoing throughout the base. What is that? The self-destruction system. How perfect. It just takes a little time to get going. A big thank you to Dr. Mosso for writing the instructions, and thank you everyone for giving me the time. Uh-oh. Farewell, little crow, Agent Curve, and you two visitors from afar. Use these last moments to embrace each other, then rest in peace as you are buried along with the truth. Jenk practically flies out of the entrance. The door closes behind him with a hefty thud. Oh no. So he was the one who took the materials after all? Are we going to be blown to smithereens? Calculating survival probability of Mr. Twittiker. Data insufficient. Calculation failed. Uh-oh. Calculating survival probability of Miss Paimon. Data insufficient. Calculation failed. Calculating survival probability of Agent Taloshard. Calculation successful. Result 1%. Well, it's better than us. Calculation survival probability of own core module. Calculation successful. Result 1%. How can this be? No. Twittiker, we've got to do something. Can we dig our way out? The self-destruct cables run through the walls. Breaking through could lead to an early detonation, as could attempting to force the door. I'll do my best to protect you. All of you. Is this all because of me again? This is not your fault, Talishard. Agent Talishard, don't blame yourself. There's no need to worry, everyone. Did you just lie? Because I am able to shut down the base's self-destruct system. Huh? Curve, why didn't you say so earlier? Paimon was getting all worried for nothing. You didn't ask earlier. Well, seems like you even have a sense of humor. Now tell us what to do. Please kindly withdraw my core module and place it in the base's control panel. Then I will be able to open the safe room lock. There is a button that disables the self-destruct system, Inside the safe room. You mean you open the door for us? We go to the safe room and press the button inside and everything will be taken care of. That is correct. And you? Curve, can your core be removed from the control panel afterward? I must stay connected to the control panel. Otherwise, the safe room will relock. Seems like we should take care of the self-destruct system first. Urgent. Please act fast. Tutka, take Curve's core and place it in the control panel. All we need to do is deactivate the self-destruct system. Curve, will this really work? He's lying about something, isn't he? I think you might be a bit... Please take action. Repeat, please take action. He's lying.
Paimon has never had dim sum at Shinue Kiosk before, but it should be quite the feast for sure. Ooh, and that's Paimon's stomach right on cue telling her it's time to go find Gaming. Let's go!
This is not the time, Paimon! Not the time at all! Right, like, what the... The door to the safe room opens with a light shudder. Right, let's go. I was wondering why Paimon was talking. That's to do with the lantern. Right. Which we will be doing in future parts. I'm partway through it at the moment as well. Is this it? Doesn't seem like a safe room. Where's the button? Curve, what is this place? We can't see any buttons. Huh? Why did the door just close? Because he was lying. Curve, what's going on? How do we stop the base from self-destructing? The self-destruct system cannot be deactivated. What? So are we? Apologies. Please escape as quickly as possible. Oh no, Curve. Well, we're out of here then. Go with the flow. Really is questions and answers. We got our answers now. Triple dot. Oh no. Just now. No, I need to go back and find Curve. Talishot, don't be reckless. Going back is extremely dangerous. Yeah. It was just an explosion and it's so deep underwater. Curve wouldn't want you running right back into danger. You are correct. I shouldn't act like this. But didn't he say the self-destruct mechanism could be shut off? He lied. He can't shut it down. His core can only open the emergency exit. So then why? His core had to be inside the control panel to open the emergency exit. But he's smart now. He knew we wouldn't leave him behind. So he lied to us. Oh wow. Can you already think like that? Wouldn't that... When did he... It must have been Dr. Mosso's letter that made Curve understand the final question. He learned about what Dr. Mosso did for him. Turns out I'm useless after all. No! If only I were more competent, maybe I could have helped him break the protocols. And we wouldn't have had to come here. But the letter might just have been the final push. That's right, don't blame yourself. Curve's breakthrough probably started a long time ago. His breakthrough had already started? Let's say you eat 100 slimes in one sitting and get super fat. Of course you make it about food. You can't blame it all on the last slime. It's the same with Curve. Even if the doctor's letter was crucial, all the work you did with Curve before wasn't wasted at all. Is that really true? Well, I don't know. Curve, the question you're leaving behind, I may never understand it. Anyway, thank you. And I know what we should do next. Catch that awful scoundrel Jenk. Absolutely. Definitely. He must be tried for his crimes. And just like that, you and Talishard return to the court of Fontaine and start hunting for the dastardly Jenk. Surprisingly, despite several days of intense investigation, you turn up no leads. It seemed like Jenk had vanished. No one had seen him, nor had any negative news regarding the Steambird surfaced. Up until one day, Editor-in-Chief Euphraise sends you a message requesting to meet in the city. Oh? But why? What's going on here? you're finally here. Turns out that we don't know our own people well enough. And this allowed an employee to create some serious trouble. I offer my sincerest apologies, especially to you, Agent Teleshard. It's not your fault, you phrase. Right now, the important thing is that we stop that odious scoundrel. By the way, you were so anxious to meet us. Is it because he contacted you? Actually, I received a message. Earlier this morning, Jenk was left in the Opera Epicles and all trussed up. So I contacted you immediately. He's been caught by who? We're still not sure. By the time he was found, he seemed to have lost his mind. Didn't react to any external stimuli at all. He was just kneeling on the stage of the Opera Epicles. He looked like a doll that had just stood trial. The Maison... Yep, folks took him in. When they examined him, they found that his tongue was missing. Whoa! His tongue? Oh my, that's terrifying. What the hell? They discovered a note in his mouth. What? It said something to the effect of making amends to you. Making amends to us? It's gotta be the Harbinger. You, Paimon, Teleshard, your names are written on the paper. Seems like the person who was backing him wants to apologize to you three. It appears they don't want to make enemies out of you. Or maybe they feel quite strongly about what happened to Agent Curve. Those are the only possibilities I can think of. The person behind him. Paimon remembers Jenk said that he had a deal with a Fatui Harbinger, but which one? A Harbinger interested in machine intelligence. They cut out his tongue! How about Dr. Mosso's legacy? Jenk took all of Curve's design and research data. Gone without a trace. Yeah, that's what the Harbinger wanted. That wretched Jenk. That's what happens when you decide to go full evil. Guess this counts as him being tried for his crimes, alright? Now we don't know who the judge is. So that's what happened. Though I didn't catch him personally, at least I feel like he finally paid the price for his crimes. Since all of your names are on the paper, the Maison will probably want to pay you a visit. I'll go over right now and explain everything so they don't bother you. Oh, thank you, Teleshard. Finally, I hope the case can end here. Wait, Agent Teleshard, do you mind going back to the newspaper with me? Why, you phrase? If you want to convince me to write your fantasy column, it's not happening. Still in the mood to joke, I see. That makes me feel much better. Let's go. They cut his tongue out. God damn. I did not expect it to go that way. But I wasn't joking at all, you know. I will work very hard and do my best in the... Yep. That's wonderful, Teleshard. Paimon is happy for you. He's back. Please have a look. We've fixed Sir Arthur. He's back and he's all lovely. Wow, it's Sir Arthur. We almost forgot about it. Good job. Sir Arthur sure has been through a lot. So have we. By the way, Paimon still doesn't know what kind of bird Sir Arthur is. Steambird. A pelican. Oh. A pelican. You mean that kind of bird that's an amazing eater? Oh, of course, Paimon. But why would the Steambird's mascot be a pelican? That doesn't seem like it has anything to do with the newspaper at all. I'm not clear on that either. It was a decision my mentor made after the incident with Dr. Mosso. Maybe he felt it's cuter than, say, a crow or blackbird that squawks all day long. Hey, you phrase. You know you kind of resemble a pelican hiding food in its pouch right now. That's a weird thing to say. Anyway, Agent Teleshard, do you remember how Agent Curve and I interviewed nearby residents at the start of the case? Of course, you took the opportunity to blow our cover. I'm truly sorry about that. But that was when I asked him, what kind of person is Agent Teleshard? What? Ah, Paimon remembers. Euphraise came back and commissioned us right away. Were you awed by Teleshard's brilliant track record? Why don't we check with Sir Arthur on that? During the repairs, I added what Agent Curve said to Sir Arthur's voice library as a memento. Oh, quickly, tell us what Curve said, Sir Arthur. based on my analysis, Agent Teleshard will be the best agent in the Yep. Really? Well, he wouldn't lie, would he? I'll be the best? But would Curve really have said something like that back then? Maybe back then he already learned to... I don't know. Yeah, that's gotta be it, Teleshard. Since you are Curve's handler, you must be the one who fed him the first 99 slimes. That seems to be the answer. Well then, Curve, I would be the best agent in the Yep. I've got to learn how to say that, I really have, haven't I? That was a nice little quest line, wasn't it? I liked that. Question is, what do we want to do next? Obviously, Lantern Ride, that's going on right now, currently, so obviously we'll be doing that in the next few parts. We've got to go meet Gamming. I've already met him, obviously, because Paimon gave that away. I was trying to just, you know, go with the flow, but yeah, I'm already part way through the Lantern Ride. I'm in part 2, as you can see there. It's like, yep. Oh, gotta go there for that. I've already been over here as well and all that. I was trying to just, like, sneak that in the next part. But no, Paimon had to go and say something, didn't she? Of course. Of course. Right, so obviously in the next parts, we'll be looking at the Lantern Ride. But then, after that, what do we want to do? Because we want to catch up. I don't want to start anything. Like, we've obviously got story quest to do, but I'm going to leave that for now while we catch up with other quests. So we got to think like these ones here. Just that you can continue that quest. Like, I don't know about that. I like continue. That one we'll leave till last because that one is newer. These obviously are related to the Lantern Ride. We'll probably do them as well, but yeah, just got to try and see which ones I want to do. Probably just go down the list probably. But we'll see about that in the future anyway. So, I enjoyed that quest. I hope you did as well. It was a lot of fun. And we'll see you in the next part with the Lantern Ride. Ta-da for now.